With a new gearbox fitted to the 205 in a bid to improve its performance, Stephen Crockett's day was going well until the gear selector fell apart in the middle loop. It was fixed at second service and the 205 cruised home to second in class. Neil Coulter and Hannah Sesford survived a big moment when a compression damaged the back axle, but with Crockett's gearbox issues slowing the 205, they were still able to secure a 5th class win of the season and the championship title. There was carnage in Class 2, Billy Faulkner and Andy Chalmers both failing to make the finish. They were joined on the retirement list by the class leaders Robbie Beattie and Dave Finlay, an ambitious cut taking out the front hub in SS1.
Turn open here and left! No cut, open here and left.
Third at the finish, Max and Callum Redpath had to perform emergency cable tie surgery in the final stage to keep the coil leads in place. This left the 205 crew 4th junior crew home this time out and still in with a chance of finishing top junior. Grabbing only his 3rd finish of the season, David McLaughlin was lucky to reach the end after a front shock absorber failed in the opening loop, the Orange 205 finishing only 6 seconds ahead of the Redpaths. But over 2.5 minutes up at the finish, Donald and Scott Peacock were another crew to survive rearranged suspension on their way to their 1st class win of the season. It was a rough day for the C2s, with both Graham Sherry and Ross Hughes failing to make the finish. Sixth in class at the finish, it was a steady run for Andy Struthers in the C2, 3rd junior driver home and still leading the junior category. Fifth at the finish, class leader Alex Pirrie lost a major chunk of time when the car went into limp mode in SS3. This result leaves him still in the class lead, but only by 2 points. Second junior home and 3rd championship contender Jeannie Walker was top C2 challenge driver home. Her pace was good enough to finish only 15 seconds back from the more powerful R2 of Jim Robertson. Jim with his best finish of the season so far.
And you've obviously lost your sister co-driver, but all you've done is replace her with a bigger sister co-driver.
I'm just thankful my mother produced 2 very good navigators. So, no, sadly Mary hurt her back this week, and just yesterday morning she pulled out, so thankfully Kirsty could come up today. So, no, she did a grand job in the first day, so I'm looking forward to the rest of the day.
She's got a bit of pedigree, to be fair.
I think this will be slightly slower than a Citroen DS3 R5. So.
Despite some early brake problems, Keith and Kirsty Riddick were flying in their MG. Second in class at the finish leaves Keith 3rd in the points with 1 round remaining, only 4 points off the lead. Even big sister replacement co-driver and past Scottish champion Kirsty was impressed.
Crest, long left 8 in, and left 7 in, into long right 6 in, tightens to right 9, fast right 9, 200, come on, it's a fast right 9, go, 200, come on, left 4 in.
After the disappointment of Argyll, Angus Laurie and Paul Grimmin were determined to bounce back, and bounce back they did, storming to a Class 1 by 51 seconds, the Corsa's engine note echoing through the forests. The performance was enough for the judges to earn Angus the John Horton Star Driver Award.
For the championship it makes it very exciting. Takes it down to Galloway Hills, so I don't know, Alex Breeze is obviously in contention for it as well, so there'll be a few busy nights in the workshop making sure the car's tip top for the Galloway Hills, lots of preparation for that, so good.
Angus was telling me earlier on, Paul, that you were geeing him up today. You were getting him to go a bit quicker.
Well, he can go quick enough without my help as well, usually. So just keep on his toes, though.
Yeah. No problems today?
None really. I don't think nothing major really to report. We've got a cracked engine mount, but that could be historical as well. It could have already been there, so it was noticed today. So going into the last two stages, we were quite conscious of that, and maybe a wee bit nervous, but we've done what we came out to do, and that was win the class, and we've done it.
Second at the finish, John and Megan O'Kane were frustrated with day-long intercom issues which slowed their pace. But also struggling, Fraser McNichol and Keith Boa arrived at the finish slightly woozy after a day of inhaling exhaust fumes. Despite this, the Blue Mark II romped home to its fourth Class 1 of the season. Ian and Sandy Milne took their fourth class maximum of the season in the historic Escort. Michael Renton limped home in third in class after day-long engine problems, which were compounded after the engine mountings failed on the final stage. Third on the day keeps his class title chances alive. Scott Burness grabbed second in class and only his second finish of the season.
And then go after 4 left, 200, 120 sorry, see 5 right minus, crest, 5 left minus, and 4 right, easy, 4 right, 3 left minus in, 60.
Taking a class and juniors one, it was a good SRC debut for Finlay Retson, the young driver who has been making a name for himself in the BTRDA this year, finishing 33rd overall in his Fiesta ST, the only damage being a lost wing mirror. On his home event, Michael Stewart had high hopes of a good result. That was until this happened near the start of SS2.
And 2 right in, and flat crest, long right, left, 1 left, continues into slow 8 left in.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. Fourth in class was the best result so far this year for the cadet of John Brownie. With Martin Forrest alongside, he declared that he'd had a brilliant day out. But it wasn't as good a day for Dougal Brown and Lewis Rochford, a damaged exhaust restricting engine power all day, which was only cured when the exhaust finally fell off in SS6. Third in class leaves him still in the two-wheel drive points lead and second in the class. After their good run in Argyll, Paul McAleen and Niall McKenna were going even better here. And despite this spin in front of the cameras, the Irish crew rocketed their way to second in the class, their best result yet. The trip across from Ireland very much worth it. Blasting to their second Class 1 in a row, Duncan MacDonald and Neil Ross were delighted with their run, now leading the class standings by 2 points with 1 round remaining, and with a shot at the overall two-wheel drive honours, the final round is looking like it will be a classic battle of the escorts.
Duncan and Neil, here we are again. Second event in a row, first two-wheel drive.
I'm starting to get into it now. Stages here, absolute brilliant, yeah. As last year, just as good.
Neil, had another exciting day.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, like I say, stages are brilliant here, and even the venue's good. You know, everything in the same place, but, and the weather, of course. Yeah, but so obviously it seems to be one of the best. You know, I would say, yeah, definitely.